is up, guys? That was our stretching we did this week. We got loose this week.
Loosey goose.
Let's hope we did it every day. We'll see. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that's our. So at the 52 Steady podcast, we're gonna go ahead and introduce this. So if you haven't watched this already, welcome. If you have, welcome back. My name is Cody. This is Noah. We're both college students. We started 52 Steady, which is just a little challenge that we've got to grow ourselves spiritually, strength, and just build habits that will grow us into better men. But we also have a side element, which is weekly challenges. And a weekly challenge this week was stretching, like you just saw, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. So, Noah, this is second week of class for you?
Yep. It's been good. Been busy. Went to two hockey games lately.
2 hockey games.
We had Midnight Mayhem. Game did not. I didn't get back till like 3:30 a.m.
Wait, is this like Liberty's team? Like, what is this?
Yeah, Liberty has a hockey, D1 hockey, but it's
That's
like
actually
it's
really
weird
cool.
because it's like club, but somehow D1. I don't know how it
Yeah.
works,
No.
but
That's actually really
it was
cool.
honestly like the most fun. Feels
Really?
like a high school environment
Yeah.
because like you can hear the people like screaming beside you. It's pretty fun.
I've never went to a hockey game, ever.
We
Is
should-
this something I need to check out, or what? Is this
I think
worth-
if you visit again, we'll go
Okay.
because I think it's a pretty fun experience. We won in overtime.
What
In hockey, they do like it goes to overtime, and then they just like 3v3, and we won like in the first minute, so it was
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, like, I know a lot of people that go to, like, the Hurricanes games around here, but, again, they say that's, like, just mayhem, like, people just fighting and just, they don't
Yeah.
even know the rules, but they just love it, because, yeah. So, I'm looking in the background right now, and I see a little Spider-Man, what's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm in someone else's room. My roommate is asleep.
what time
Yep.
is it?
It's like 2 p.m. It's a Sunday afternoon. He needed a little nap.
A Sunday afternoon nap.
So yeah, we got Spider-Man in this room. We got Spider-Man everywhere. There's like 5 posters in here.
How did you, nobody's in there, how did you get a room where nobody's in there right now? Are they
I just asked
really-
them like, "Can I go in your room?"
They just doing nothing right now?
Yeah, they're in the common area.
Gotcha. Here we go. Well, this has been the third week, 2.5, whatever. Let's just say third week for me at school. This week has been interesting. There's been some weather conditions. I don't know if it's been snowing at Liberty, but
No,
seems-
it didn't snow here.
really.
No, it
What?
didn't.
Yeah. So in North Carolina, it hasn't snowed at least in. It hasn't snowed a decent bit unless you're in the mountains in a couple years. It's been a couple years since some snow has fallen, and this time it wasn't but like 4 inches of snow. I mean that's a good amount, but it was over the weekend. It was like Saturday or Sunday, whichever one of those days, 4 inches. We didn't have school because of MLK, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a class Tuesday that got canceled. Wednesday, I had a class that got canceled because of ice, and it was like, again, here, this 4 inches of snow on Sunday turned into no snow, but it was like a little icy. So it was like it wasn't that dangerous. Like, there was people from Cincinnati that are like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but I'll take getting off of school. But nobody was prepared for it. Yeah, I ended up not having class all week.
Nuh-uh, the whole week.
I had no class. I had one virtual class. One virtual class the entire week
Because of snow?
because of snow.
Nah.
Yeah.
Did they what about assignments? You still had those?
Yeah, still had assignments, but it was, we're only in the third week of
So
school.
it was hype week?
Yeah, it was good. And I don't have class on Friday anyway, so it was it was a nice week. Nice week. We'll get into some stuff. Nice week. But yeah, the snow got us out. So I'm not a big fan. I don't know how you feel. I feel like you like the cold. You're a cold type of guy.
But
I
I
really
don't
don't.
know. It's gotten cold though. Like I
I
like 40 degree, but once it gets to like 20, I'm,
I
I'm
don't like
shivering.
cold. Like I feel like the cold it's dark. Like I'm white as can be right now, but when it's cold, I get white. Like you can just see through me. That white, and then I just feel down. I feel like everybody else is like just. But when it's even when it's hot, even when I'm sweating, I'm probably still smiling or something like
Hmm.
that. But not so. No, it's it's just been a little weird. I'm hoping the sun just comes out. But anyway, so I want to transition into this week. I'm curious. I've been kind of thinking. I'm like, what has Noah been doing, especially since we've had the injury. No, give an injury report.
So injury report. Doctors cleared me. The doctors cleared me. I'm back in the game.
Okay, off IR. Let's go.
So we want to get into running.
Go right into it.
All right. So first day, we filmed the podcast last Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, not knowing how I was going to be feeling. Monday, I was feeling good. So
Mm.
cue the video. Cue the clip. First run. Back. Got my new shoes on, my ankle socks. Something new. You know, after saying my knees were hurting for a week and a half, and then I just went too hard again. But it felt so good. I felt like I ran around the whole school. Felt good though. Let's go. Y'all stay steady out here. Shout out Santa Barbara. Let's go.
Back. Okay. Wow. That video got me a little hyped. That was like just like a revamp. That was like
Mhm.
Santa Barbara. Let's go.
Yeah.
We got the shoes with the ankle socks. Something new with the shorts. The shorts is crazy. I don't know how. I don't know how you.
Yeah, I didn't know how cold it was till I didn't even look till after, but it was like 19 degrees.
You didn't
Somebody
look
was
till
like, "Huh?"
you didn't look till after you ran.
Yeah, I just went out. I was ready, and
That's crazy.
so it was probably like 12 or 15 degrees,
Yeah.
but it didn't faze me. My hands were cold.
How far did you go? This was the first run.
Let me pull it up. So first run back, I think I PR'd. I think I went as far as I ever
But
had.
you were like, I came back like fresh off the knees hurting, and then you're like, push myself too hard. I was like, okay. And then shout out
Yeah.
Sammy B.
Yes, shout out SMUB. So yeah, I went 2.41 miles. So
PR.
yeah, I PR'd by like .3 or .03 or something. But it felt weird. I felt like I ran around the whole school, like everything.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 miles doesn't seem crazy until you like know how far you actually are going.
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
I literally went like around the whole joint, all of it.
Okay.
So 9:28 pace. Should have went slower probably,
Oh my
but I was
God.
feeling good. Low key.
Yeah, you seem a little out on it, but 9:20. I mean, you must be getting a little faster. You must be getting a little some.
I don't know.
Something's dropping.
And
I'm like,
then Wednesday I did the same run,
okay.
2.43 miles. So I guess I took a couple extra steps or something. 9:40 pace.
Dang, boy. Okay.
Wait, cue that clip. Cue that
Okay.
clip.
Let's cue.
Guys, it's currently 11 degrees. Good view up here though. 7:30 in the morning. And we're getting after it. Hands are cold. Whole body's cold. But we're getting after it. Ain't nobody out here doing this. Somebody's got to carry the boats. Here we go.
Oh, let's go.
So yeah, these runs
There
are
are boats out here. Okay.
these runs were like 7:30. It was good though. Felt good. But that was my last run of the week. That was on Wednesday. I went Monday, Wednesday, and another run has not happened. Right now, I'm telling myself it just needed to start off at 2, but in reality, I don't mean that. I just missed it. I didn't. It just didn't get done. I didn't plan. Like it just didn't. After Midnight Mayhem, like my schedule was off. I was gonna run on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it just didn't pan out. But
That's real.
it's all right. It's all right. I probably need the rest.
Yeah, that's good. You hit the ground running on that. That's straight. Just getting into it. Okay. Let's just cue the clip right here.
Back at it again. This is Thursday, second run, same sweatshirt. You already know. I didn't want to get up this morning. Hard time getting up. Didn't want to do nothing. Started making excuses for myself. Started laying in bed. Granted, I got up late. But we're out here. We got to get a workout in. Legs are sore. Mind is sore. But we're staying steady. See y'all.
Okay, so that run right there. What was that run? Let me just pull this up. So I think that was my second run. So we're going a little out of order here. Let me pull up the. First of all, I don't know if the app that you've been using tracks like the entire amount of running that you've done, like total.
I think it does.
But when I've seen, like when I'm seeing the total amount of miles I've ran, I'm like, yo, who doing this? Who doing this right now? But okay, let me start it off. Let's talk about that clip. So that clip, I've changed my workout split a little bit. I'll talk about that a little later. But I was sore as a dog, legs cooked, doing something crazy. I got up, I didn't want to do jack. I was like, I need to go run. After I ran, I was chilling. So there's some sort of science on the like, you're sore, but if you get your body moving, like it's gonna like
Work
get
it
the
out.
blood flowing or something. So that was the first run. Oh no, that was the second run. So I did like a little. So where my house is, I ran. I went for because I've been going way too far in my runs. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go mile, come back. That's just what I'm trying to get for right now. I ran a mile. And let me just pave out for you. If you're listening right now, it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna do a little. So it was like started out steady, you know, and then we were just going straight downhill on the first mile. And honestly, the first mile was like, I'm loving it, going downhill. But what you don't realize is when you got to turn around and you're sore, you got to run uphill. And my pace went from that was a 21. I'll throw the screenshot up. 21-minute run at a 10-minute pace. But that second part of the mile was a 12-minute pace.
So you went 8, or you went like 9, then 12?
Yeah, it was like uphill. I'm like barely moving. I'm like slower than that first video of us running side by side, running. Barely moving because I'm going uphill and I'm out of breath. I'm not even running fast and I'm dead. I'm so dead. I was rethinking life. I was like, I would never run that route again because I would rather run uphill first and then downhill than uphill. That is the worst thing ever. If you relate, you relate. So yeah, that was my second run. First run. So if you're a runner, if you're a real runner, you'll know these terms because I didn't know terms. It's called a fartlek run.
I don't know that. What is this?
Apparently a fartlek run is like you're playing around with your pace. So you're going like medium, hard, like a 5 out of 10, 7, 9, or no, it's a 5 to a, or a 6 to a 4 to a 7 to a 4 to a 9 to a 4 to a 9 to a 7. It's like on and off. You're playing around with your pace. That was my first run of the week. So that was 121. So what day was that? That was what, Monday? Tuesday? It was Tuesday.
Okay.
121. So the fartlek run, 2.19 miles at a 9-minute pace.
That's your quickest yet.
But listen to this. So it is my quickest yet. 9-minute pace. It's my quickest yet. But I start off the run easy, right? And then he's going, again, my boy, I forget his name, in my ear. He's just pushing me. I'm playing with my pace. He's like, all right, I want you to run hard, like 7 out of 10. And I'm like, all right, this is fine. And he's like, all right, I want you to run your 9 out of 10 right now. And that was the first time I really kicked it into gear.
Were you like sprinting?
I'm full sprinting.
No, you're not, really?
I'm full sprinting outside. I found a trail. I'm full sprinting outside at a 9 out of 10. And he's like, all right, dial it down. And then I go back to a 5. So how it worked, it was 8 1-minute intervals. Or no, that was it. It was something like that. I think I talked about that last time. It was something around with like the intervals. It wasn't 1-minute intervals. There was no time off. It was just hard, easy, harder, easy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 minutes, it was like 9 out of 10, easy, 9 out of 10. And then he's like, all right, for this last minute, you're going to go at whatever pace you want, but I want you to go at a pace that you feel proud of. And I'm like, I'm hitting that 9.5 out of 10, John. I'm hitting that flying. So he's like, 5. In let me tell you, like the pace from going from a 4 out of 10 to a 9, you got to like kind of build it up. And then I'm at like a full sprint for it was either 30 seconds or a minute. Full sprint, 9.5. And then he's like, all right, we're done. But then he said this. He's like, all right, well, I've given you an extra 30 seconds, so you're going to give me an extra 30 seconds. And I didn't know this was part of the plan. He's like, these last 30 seconds, I want you to run all you got. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. I wish I should have took a video. This would have been a perfect video. I'm dying at this point. I just ran as fast as I can, or 9.5. I didn't kick it into the turbo. I didn't have the NOS on. He's like, all right, I want you to give me 30 seconds, all you got. 5, 4, I get up, I'm running. It's like, it's late, I think it was later in the day. I'm kicking it in the gear. I'm running past people. I don't even care. I'm running on a sidewalk past people at all I got pace, putting holes in my insole pace for 30 seconds, and I get done. And when I tell you that was the greatest feeling I've ever felt, I finished and I was like, man, I'm him. I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't even care that about 30 people just saw me bust out of my shoes for 30 seconds straight and then turn right around and acting like nothing happened. But so it didn't clock like my intervals that well, but my first 7-minute time was a 9:32 pace. And that was just going back and forth. My first, that was lap 0. Lap 1 was 10 minutes long, and it was a pace of 8:36.
Dang.
So that's like picking it up. And then my last 2 minutes, because I think I ran back to get up to 2 miles. I ran like easy, so then it was a 9:23. But boy, let me tell you, I was running out them shoes. Them shoes were running out of.
So it felt good?
It felt good. It felt good. The fartlek, so you gotta get a little fartlek going on. It was fun, and with me, that was my last run of the week.
So you only got 2?
I only got 2 runs on the week. I was supposed to run. I did Tuesday, Thursday, and I was like, oh shoot. So I had this conference. It's called WinCon. Search it up. You probably figure some out. Church conference. Friday. the run just didn't happen. I was like, okay, I can wait till Saturday. Saturday, the wind con started at 8:30 in the morning. After getting back at like 2 a.m., it just wasn't happening. And then here we are Sunday. Didn't sleep a wink last night either. No third run done for the week. I do have time for the rest of the day, but I have some stuff I need to get to too. So this is going to be if I have the clip, I'm going to put it right here. If not, we're going to put a big thumbs down on that. So that was the running for the week.
I respect it.
Yeah.
We're busy then. So far with the running, if we signed up for a 5K, what would your predictions be? What would your, like, do you have any thoughts about it? Like, so far with your pace now? Because obviously on the 5K, like, we're leaving everything out there. Like, we're not going to sprint.
I'm getting a 9. I'm getting like like
9 minute, 3 miles?
Yeah, at least I'm getting under 9, I think. Under 9.
So, under 27 minutes is your goal?
Yeah, I think under 27 minutes. Because that's running at a, granted, maybe I'm crazy. But I'm
No,
and especially if I'm leaving it out. That last mile, I'm busting it out my shoes. I don't even care.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a 6 out of 10, but I'm going to be gassed. But I'm going to be busting out something.
So, do you think, like, in your past, your 5K time would be better than what it would be if you ran today? Or do you think, like, you're as good as ever?
Well, during basketball season, no. Soccer, I definitely would have. Back in middle school, I would have dusted my time now, boy. I would have dusted it. Middle school soccer season, I think I ran a 6-minute mile in middle school.
Okay.
That's actually crazy to think about, low key.
Do you think cross country was in your sights, you just never picked it up?
No. No.
Do you think you would have enjoyed it, though?
I think if I would have went back, I would have tried it. But I think where my goals were, it just wouldn't have. I would have rather done track than cross country. I'd rather have that speed for basketball or anything else than long distance and just dropping weight like nothing. I'd be looking even more skinny than I am now.
I definitely didn't have the build for cross country, but like
You
now
guys
that we're
did.
running now, like if I did have a build, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. I'm not saying I wouldn't have enjoyed it, but it's I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just depends. All right, let's go to that workout. How's the workouts been going? You got off IR with the leg, so
So for me, workouts, I was 5 for 5. And it went good. I've been ab training more, and I swear, I'm just touching my abs, and they might be making an appearance one day. I don't know when, but they might.
there you go. 5 for 5. I mean, you can't beat that. Did you? When was your last workout? Did you do just Monday through Friday?
Nah, Monday, skip Friday. Or Monday through Thursday, then skip Friday, then Saturday.
Okay. That's real.
I haven't been training legs that much. Kind of letting the knee. I did RDLs the other day. Calf raises. A lot of abs. Actually, not even that much abs, if I'm being honest. But I think next week I'll start lighter volume on the legs, and try to do it with 3 runs, and try not to like let my knees deteriorate.
You should just do like strength for the legs, and then just run for. That's your volume right there.
I feel like running low-key like is doing something to my calves. Like
I don't know. I don't even know if I use my calves when I run. I know that sounds crazy, but I just don't even I'm just fatigued. I don't know. I know my hamstrings get hit when I'm running up those hills. That's something else. But so 5 for 5, love it. All right, my workouts right now, I'm sitting at 4 for 5. I don't know how I keep putting myself in this boat where I gotta Sundays. This is the day of just day of days. So, new split. Let me tell y'all about the new split, right?
Let's hear about it.
Dr. Swole, look up that Dr. Swole upper lower push pull legs. That's what I'm on right now, that Dr. Swole. And let me tell you, Dr. Swole, he's got an interesting layout of the upper lower or even the pulls. So upper was fine. It was just like I hit a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Lower, I did front squat, heavy front squat, one max, not maxing out, but a heavy set of deadlifts, RDLs, leg extension, incline. So I did curls on lower and then calf raise. When I tell you I was so sore.
Oh yeah, that seems like a lot.
I was so sore it wasn't even funny. First of all, I ain't done front squats in a minute. And those things, my form is not the best. So the bar is like on my neck and I'm choking myself. And I'm already like holding my breath to get it up anyway. So, but I don't want to do, I don't know. So that's what got my legs sore. Like like it was just hips, the cheeks, the groin, it was just stuff I ain't never used before, stuff that was just sore. And then I did my pull push. The pull push, they've been really nice.
Are they different?
Yeah, they're different. Just different stuff. Doing, like I did curls on my push day yesterday. It was weird, but I was like, cool. So, and then I have my leg day. So the plan is to get a leg day in today if I can knock out some homework before. So that's the plan with that.
Mm-hmm.
But workouts, I mean, I really enjoyed the gym this week. And this week, okay. Up until Friday, I was feeling myself.
What do you mean, like you felt big? Like you felt...
Yeah. No.
Or just like...
Up until it was Saturday morning, and today I feel awful. I was like, man, I'm consistent. I'm like, I'm getting to it. I'm eating good. I'm like, I'm feeling like big. I'm like comparing pictures. I'm like 2 weeks in, and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm like 20 pounds heavy or whatever. I'm comparing pictures, everything. And then Friday night, stay up late, boy, didn't get no sleep, ate like crap. No sleep, woke up Saturday morning, barely ate, didn't eat breakfast. Like, so these last 2 days have been bummy. And then today, I'm all out of order on my meals. All I've had is 2 Bojangles sausage biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we all out of whack on that. But other than that, I've been feeling. I was wearing this. It's not a medium because I wear a large. I'm trying to coin the term for the large medium. So put that in the comments if you got like a good way of calling that. But I was wearing this shirt and somebody was like, it was Malachi actually. Malachi was like, boy, he was like doing this, like, you know, like showing like a little like chest. And I was like, stop playing with me, like stop. I was like, it's just a shirt. But he was gassing me up with that. But and then yeah, so I've been feeling good with the gym. Need to hit legs today. Feel like I'm getting stronger. The consistency, I can just tell. It's starting to be like, all right, I'm dialing it in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting it together. So.
Especially the week. No classes, though.
Yeah, no classes. This next week, I'll talk about it then. But, yeah. So, that's kind of been that's the workout. So, the book. How you been in your reading time?
Reading's been good. Okay. Still reading the Power Moments.
Power Months.
Planned on finishing it this week, but not even gonna lie. I missed. I low-key missed Thursday's reading.
Mm-hmm.
And like yesterday, I was like, it was like 11 o'clock, and I was like, man, have I read today? And I think I like gaslighted myself into thinking like I read. And then I was like, I'm just going to say I read tomorrow. for this day, but then I was like, man, I have not read.
Yeah.
So, real talk. I think I was a 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6 for the reading.
Okay.
So, but we have a little quote of the day from the book.
Okay. Here's what
It's nothing crazy, but it's just something simple that I think will help us out, maybe. So, it's talking about, this could be like, if something came up in the middle of the day, or like something you're trying to stop. Like, for example, it talks about alcohol in this. So, I'll just start reading. It says, if X happens, then I will do Y. So it's talking about having a plan for if something happens, you're going to do something as soon as that happens.
Yeah.
So it says, they are substantially more likely to act in support of their goals than people who lack those mental plans. Someone who is committed to drink less alcohol, for instance, might resolve, whenever a waiter asks if I want a second drink, I'll ask for a sparkling water. And that person is far more likely to turn down the drink than someone who shares the same goal but has no preloaded plan.
Okay.
So, I don't know exactly what that means for me right now, but I think, so one thing I think could happen, or this would be useful for, is like, when somebody's like gossiping about somebody, sometimes we're like quick to like not, or we just don't even say anything.
Yeah.
But if we had, I'm gonna preload my plan is to be like, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, hey, we only be talking about bad about other people behind their back.
Let them know. Rebuke.
So, and that was kind of what you were talking about last week with the authority and like being bold and standing up for like your beliefs, and that you shouldn't be like talking trash about someone behind their back.
Yeah.
And just having a plan, I think, helps a lot.
100%. Maybe that's big. All right, my reading for the week. I'm gonna tell you what page I'm on, and then we'll just go from there. I'm on page 180 right now.
Wait, so you were on page 140?
So I think I've missed 3 days this week.
Okay.
I think I've missed. I'm about to go into a rant. I'm sorry. We're already at 34 minutes, and it just. But as far as word, I've got some thoughts. I'm gonna transition us into the Bible reading. How about that? But yeah, I took a rest day Monday. Monday was just, I don't know what happened Monday, but it was like the first day of snow or something. Or it was like doing something, and ended up it was like late. What I've noticed is reading, I'll get my quiet time in, and this is great. I'll get my quiet time in the morning, and that'll be like something done. But the reading is not prioritized until the very end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm getting home late and I'm not on this steady schedule, that's gonna be the first thing to go. Yeah. So that's kind of what I think Monday, and then Friday. These last 2 nights, I've been getting back at 2 to 3 a.m. and I'm like, bro, I can't crack open this book. There was a couple nights this week where I was like dozing off while I was reading, and I want to be able to take in what I'm reading. So, no, from the reading front, I think I'm just noticing more things. And I noticed this one day, and this isn't directly about reading, but this could be in a book. Like with waking up, when you don't have, and this is very simple. I feel like everybody knows this, but when you need to wake up, or you're getting up early, or let's just say you don't necessarily have to get up, but you want to get up early. I usually miss getting up early because I don't see the value attached with me. I value sleep at a certain level for the 8th hour of sleep. And when I'm getting lower than 8 hours of sleep, there has to be some sort of value added to surpass. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, those of you can see this is my visual. Like, this is 7 hours of sleep, and something's got to get me above the certain point where it makes sense in my mind. And I think just shifting that out to be, because what I've been doing is waking up, getting my quiet time, or waking up, taking a shower, doing my quiet time while I'm eating breakfast. But it's got to be more of like I'm waking up, first thing I'm doing is getting the word. Like I'm just hungry for it and waking up for it, because because I'm when you don't have that value associated with doing it, or the same thing with reading, when it's 3 a.m., the value that I'm attaching to reading is not the value that I'm like, I can just go to sleep right now, especially when I'm just super tired and I'm falling asleep while I'm sitting there. So, schedule-wise, not been set up for success with things in the night. So I'll go into Bible reading. Bible reading has been great. And I'm not proud of anything besides just getting the word. The word has been great. I've been getting the word. Job. I've never read Job before, and I was expecting. I'm still treating the Bible almost like it's a story. I mean, it's a story, but I'm like a fictional story. I'm treating it very fictionally, and I'm like, all right, well, when are we gonna get to the point, like type of thing. So Job has just been going back and forth with like his friends, and then like pleading to God, and then just being like, well, like honestly, it's been a little confusing almost. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if the point is to be like, I can bring things to God and kind of plead with God, or is it like you also need to fear God? There's been a lot of like questions in my mind with like the word, but it has been good. And then especially I'm on this like spiritual high from this weekend, and I'll incorporate that into this time too. One thing I was proud of this weekend is, so in this conference you get about like 6 hours. It's like 4 or 6 hours of free time. I think it's 5 maybe. And one of the breakout sessions was just talking about, or one of the first like sermons was about how we can't just like snack on the word. It was like a food analogy. We can't just snack on the word. We need to feast on it. Like you gotta have like quality and getting in there. And I feel like I've been eating like a meal. I don't think I've been just snacking on the word. But how like a big emphasis on what you're taking in, and like what you're filling your body with is what's coming out of you. So I was just talking to Noah before this, but I think it's a funny kind of thing where showing the importance of memorizing scripture, and memorizing scripture where that is our first line of defense is scripture against whether we're in bad or good situations. We're feeling down and we need God to whether it's down of like suffering and realizing God has like promises for us, and it is His plan, and He's using our suffering for like His glory in the end, and it's going to lead us in the right direction. Or like, I don't know, there's just so many ways. Like even today, like going into church and coming, I was saying I was feeling pretty stressed, and I was a little disappointed because I'm like, I've been doing good for the first part of the week, and these last 2 days I've been sucking. Granted, we had this conference, but trying to reconnect, make sure you have, okay, we're good. Okay. All right, so yeah, like I've been feeling like, came into church and I was like feeling like a little like stressed a little bit, feel like I'm not on top of things, and I'll just read this, but the whole, like the sermon was on almost like insecurities, but it's more so 5 principles about encountering God. But like the last one was the fact that we are truly, in the grand scheme of things, we are not enough. We are not that valuable. We are not that sufficient. We are not able to be the hero. We are not this, and that. But that's true. We aren't the hero, but God is. And realizing how just passing that stuff on God, or whether it's lifting like giving Him His burdens, and realizing that for me, and I know this, but realizing that if I have this stress and giving that to Him, just even giving that to him and realizing it's in God's hands. Like I've got to work on it, but it's in God's hands. That's alleviating stress off of my heart. It's putting me in a different heart posture. And then they were talking about how like when there's weaknesses or just anything, it's the I am, and the I am comes from God is and I am in Him. So I am in Him. So just again, like confidence and just like it's God's glory, and God is giving you all the power and all the direction, and yeah. So went all over the place there. The moral story is the word's been good, and this also stood out to me too. And when I was reading, or one of the pastors was talking about how, like, I don't want to hear. I'm tired of people coming up to me and telling me about what they've read from, or they've seen, or content they've consumed about God, or books, or this and this, and they're like, what have you heard from? What has God been telling you? How have you been interacting with God? Have you been getting in the Word? What has He been telling you specifically, and how that is important? So I wouldn't say this made me feel bad about my book. It's just like I want to be looking to God's Word first, because that is the only Word that's living and true. Whereas these books and these messages and these YouTube videos and even us right now, I want to do this thing too. Like if you're listening to this right now and you have not done your quiet time, like turn this off, turn it off, do your quiet time, like priorities. What I was proud about this weekend is we had a bunch of free time, and instead of doing something fun or doing whatever, the first thing I was like, I've got to prioritize God's Word first, because that is a discipline, that is a true mandatory thing. And they had this prayer room. It was so nice. It was just like, it had like the little like, I don't even know, I'm not going to play it, but it had like a little like C chord. I don't even know how to describe this, but it was just vibey in there. The vibes were up. The Lord was moving there. I did my quiet time in there and ended up spending my time just fruitfully. And that was the most fulfilling thing that I could have been doing. So, yeah, the Word is powerful, and I could talk for a separate podcast just about what I learned this weekend, but I'd say big things are, I want to go into this, sorry, but also about memorizing Scripture. I think I talked about it a little bit, but that is our first line of defense. And Noah and I were talking just about, we're going to incorporate a segment in the podcast about Scripture. We also need to figure out how we're going to trim this down so we're not hitting hour marks each time, which is on me, but
it's not that bad though. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but just a little section about memorizing Scripture, because again, if we can just have a bag of Scripture, and just whether it's supporting people, calling people higher, or even, I don't know, I mean, who knows what God wants to use that for, just having that in our bag and being able to, this is the last analogy, but I thought this was really good, and it was like, picture a thing of toothpaste. If you squeeze out toothpaste, what's coming out of it? Toothpaste. I mean, yeah.
Wait, I don't get it yet.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but when we're in our lowest moments, or we're getting squeezed by life or whatever it is, what's coming out of us? What is the trueness coming out of us? And that's going to be what we're filled with. What we're consuming, what we're putting in our body, what we're just, again, what we're consuming, that's going to be the stuff that's coming out of us when we're squeezed, when we're put in these situations where God's trying to teach us something, or God's trying to do whatever, or maybe the devil is tempting us. So it's those things where you want to be filling yourself with the Word, you want to be filling yourself with the Spirit and these Scripture, that's coming out of you and not anything else. You want to be filled with the Spirit more than the world. And when the world's filling you up, the world's going to be spitting you out at the same time. So that's my segment on the Word.
Good little sermon there.
I'd love to hear what you got. What the Lord's been speaking.
One thing I kind of read this week, it's short, but I thought it was interesting. So, I'm in Hosea. I finished Hosea, but
Let's go.
This part was from Hosea. It says, this is God talking to Israel. He says, "Where now is your king to save you in all your cities? Where are all your rulers, those of whom you said, give me a king and princes. So these people, Israel was like making their own king and getting their own kings that God was not like, he didn't anoint them and put them in them positions. So the people were like putting these kings in positions above God. And when it was good, it was good. But when they actually needed help, the kings were not, they couldn't help.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't in God's will for them to be in those positions.
Yeah.
So I think it's just, whatever we put at the top of our lives, when it fails, we can't go looking back to it because it's failed. And God doesn't fail. So we got to put him at the top.
Keep it going, brother. Brother Noah, I'm in the building. Keep it going. No, that's really good. That's really good. I love that. Honestly, like, part of me just wants to make like a podcast, just what I learned. But boy, what I be learning after church, like I could talk 30 minutes straight on that. But no, that's just, it's so true. Just whatever we prioritize the most, whatever's, we're prioritizing the world or we're consuming the world's gonna fail, but God isn't. So yeah. So smooth transition. I mean, you've been eating good. How's the weight looking? I mean, you started running, so things must be looking up.
So this week I ate pretty consistently. I say
Okay.
there's one day where I like underate. Like I just didn't. Like I like didn't eat that much.
Okay.
But been eating good. So one weigh in was 159.1. And then the next day
Dang.
was 158.8.
Oh my gosh.
But then this morning was like
163.
it was like 160 because I ate like a big dinner last night.
Yeah.
But so our next week is our goal weight week. So I'm at my goal weight. I'd probably say I'm like at my goal weight right now, or like within the counting ball range. So I'm gonna try to get a little under it, get maybe to 158 by the end of next week. Feeling good about it though. Feeling good.
Yeah. How's that process been? What have you been doing? Just staying consistent, cutting things out? What's been going on?
So I kind of just have I eat the same thing every single day and like blocked out. So I have breakfast. I have some eggs, like a hash brown, some cottage cheese, just mix it up. Tons of pepper, tons of salt, get them electrolytes in. And then I work out after class. So around 12:30 or 1, I have a protein shake from Shake Smart. So like within those two meals, that's probably 80 grams of protein.
Yeah.
But probably only like 800 calories, 900 calories. And then I eat a big dinner. I eat like a 800 calorie dinner, 1,000 calorie dinner. And I'm probably like within 1600 to 2,000 calories. And
It's crazy.
it's honestly been easy. The only part is when I'm in the library from like lunchtime, from like 1 to 5, I'm like, my tummy's rumbling a little. But after I eat the big dinner, I'm like full till night, till I'm asleep. So it's been working. Weekends are kind of hard though.
Yeah.
Because it's just different.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's real. Last 2 days I haven't weighed in. But, so I would say I'm probably under what I'm about to say. But I think I weighed in a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, something like that. I was 163.7.
Okay.
So
Wait, you're gonna be in the grasp of it.
we're seeing what's happening. I would say I'm a little hesitant. I'm gonna crush after this. I'm about to crush some food. I haven't made breakfast, but I did eat those Bojangles, so I'm gonna have to make it up. I've still got a meal prep left, so I can bring it back tonight. And we got some football games on tonight. I think a football game. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight. and I
Wait,
need
you're
to do
gonna
a
watch football. You're gonna do homework and get a workout in.
yeah.
You're probably not gonna run though, right?
I'm gonna try to run and go to the gym.
Okay, we'll see.
Football, those are the things. Here's the thing about life. Let me just spit some words. There's things that if you do them or if you miss them, nothing's gonna change. And there's things if you miss them, they are gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
There's a better way of phrasing that, but if I don't watch this football game, it's still gonna be the same result. I'm not doing nothing in it. But if I don't go run, if I don't go to the gym, and this is something on a consistent basis, I'm gonna start seeing some stuff. I'm gonna be so.
I think on a consistent basis, but like in reality, like the friendships and the time with friends, that's what matters. That matters a lot.
That is real. That is real. That is real. That's the thing about life. That's a life lesson too. There's no formula. There's no formula for all this. So, but yeah. So that's been our diet. That's been our goal. But we haven't talked about one thing. It's been that yoga. How's that yoga been?
So yoga's been good.
Or-
Pull up the clip here.
Yeah, now you're sober. Sick. Well, I'm not gonna ask Noah.
No, I got.
Happy Krabby Slappy? Go for it.
So that looked like you were in mid. That was mid, like, just discussion. That's
Yeah.
being efficient right there.
Yeah, so we had our community groups. I was just getting my yoga in while we were doing our happy crappy slappies for the week. So yoga's been good. I missed one day of yoga.
Yeah.
It's really hard when you put yoga at the same time as your book reading, because
Yeah.
and sometimes both don't get done. Like sometimes, so that's tough. Missed one day though. I honestly feel like I've gotten a little looser.
Yeah.
Like from the intro, we did the same yoga routine. I
The
think
sleep one.
the sleep, it was 10 minutes on the dot.
On the dot.
It put us in some weird positions. So you talk about your yoga.
Yeah. I started off with, I missed 2 days of yoga. And I'm sure you can guess which days of yoga those have been. Last 2 days. Yeah, like you were saying about the book reading. At first, I was like, I'm going to find a way where I can read and do yoga.
At the same time?
Yeah, it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. I was like, I'm gonna brush. I was trying to figure out how can I do something and do yoga. It just wasn't working. But I will say, I feel it's one of those things where I feel like I felt better. I just felt better. I recovered after doing legs or something like that, and it just made me. I was always tired because on the days that I did read and do yoga, I would do yoga then read. Boy, that's why I was tired. I'm like, so I'll insert some screenshots here. Just so there's one pose where you're on. There's the happy baby. You know, and that happy baby puts you in a weird looking position. Again, we'll have that up, and then there's the just insert the screenshot right here or whatever that thing's called. But anyway, the hips have been getting stretched out. I don't know how to really tell like the difference, but I just feel loose.
Yeah, I feel like it was mainly on my hips and like my inner thighs. Like
Yeah.
on the happy baby, just pushing down on my legs. Like it looked, he felt good.
Yeah, I was having a hard time to do the feet on the wall. I didn't have a good wall to do it on, and it honestly.
It was hard to get positioned. Like I need something right behind me to push back.
Yeah, it was just not.
Can you do the quad stretch where you pull it?
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
Really?
I'm like sitting here just doing it like out like that. I can't go like in.
My left ankle from when I broke it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
My left side's worse than my right, but Yeah, yoga's been good. These are, again, we're doing these weekly challenges too to figure out maybe some stuff that we might like
Mm-hmm.
to do. Yoga's gonna be something where it's gonna be, if it's not in the routine, it's probably not gonna be done.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's something like we probably should be doing, but we're not going to.
yeah, realistically, probably not gonna get done. I'll probably stretch before before and after my leg workouts. That's when I usually stretch. If I can develop like a 2-minute nighttime routine of where I do a little like lay back, spread the hips, or like, I don't even know,
Yeah.
just do a little something, I get that right.
I feel like
So-
we're learning time management so well. Like, there's nothing you could do to like learn time management than like something like this, like putting random stuff that you don't really want to do, and you're tired.
Yeah, it's real. And we're not gonna see the effects of it until like, like next, like it's gonna be like a next year thing, where it's gonna be like, whoa, like I had this routine down. But yeah, it's making me realize when I'm going, I've got to prepare. You've got to prepare when new things are getting added. You've got to prepare.
Mm.
So I need to adjust. So if I'm reading, I can't just read. I need to prioritize that earlier in the day. I have to recognize that.
Mm.
If I'm doing yoga, I might need to do that earlier in the day or at the night if I'm not doing it late. So I just have to play it by ear and plan ahead. I have to be kind of cognizant of, if I have to do something, then I need to do. I have to plan ahead for it.
Yeah.
So that was our weekly challenge. So overall, enjoyed it. Overall, could have done better. I'm down this week on points. So down probably like
Maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3 points.
Well,
Depending on if I get this work.
somehow I went like 3 up last time, and because you didn't wake up a single time at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
I was
Travis.
hoping you like pulled something out of your bag this week, like you woke up at 7 a.m. every day just to, like something crazy.
No. Absolutely not.
Especially with
This
no
week-
class.
Yeah, this week, you're right, but it was just.
Did you even think about that? Of like trying to pull something out you didn't even. No.
I didn't think about it. Well, maybe on Monday night, or Saturday or Sunday night, but I was like, that goes back to the sleep thing. I'm like, why the value? I think there was something I think I was doing a Bible study with, or no. I don't know what I was doing Sunday night, but Monday night I did like a Bible study with the guys at my house. This week has been so fruitful in the Word. Swear, like all thing else aside, like the Word's been just living for real. But yeah, I didn't think about it. So that was our weekly challenge, little yoga. Want to introduce again? We're at the hour mark.
Yeah.
Maybe we shot too far ahead with 30 minutes because we have a lot to talk about, especially me with the rants. But
Yeah, you had a sermon. You had a 10-minute sermon.
But Noah, you want to introduce that weekly challenge?
Yeah. So the next challenge, so it's gonna be tough. It's like a no consuming week. We're doing no music, no YouTube, no podcast, no like games on your phone. We obviously can read. We're just gonna have to be like honest about. Maybe we need like a little journal to like, because it's gonna be really hard if I watched one little YouTube video to like admit to that, because we're doing again 6 points
Yeah.
for each day. I think this one might be harder for me, because I feel like you're busier than me normally, so you don't like have time for YouTube as much.
Only time I watch YouTube is when I'm eating, but now I've substituted it out with the Word, so I'm looking for a comeback here. Yeah, I think we do. Honestly, I think we've taken another step and we need no social media too. We just say
I don't
every.
have social media.
But I'm saying mostly for the only social media I have is LinkedIn, and
I don't care if you're on LinkedIn.
but I do. It's the principle.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna end up on LinkedIn Shorts, and I'm gonna be like, this is just down bad. So I'm getting off. Just we can't consume nothing.
Okay.
It's just if you're consuming something other than the good word of the Lord or a book, or you're done.
Okay.
So no music, no podcast, no YouTube, no social media, no nothing.
I'm gonna have to delete Candy Crush.
That's so funny.
Hopefully it saves my data.
It will. Yeah. So.
Oh wait, it says okay. I'll do that later.
Yeah. So from this week, have to figure out a title here, but there's a part of me that feels like we're going up. I feel like I'm about to just break that. Like I'm about to just bust through the glass, and just start going up and up and up. Like I've got to get these. I've got to go through these hard L's, these hard whatever. But because again, it's these one. Like I might miss 3 points in a week, but I'm still coming back the next week. I'm not dropping everything. I'm still coming back the next week, and I'm getting 1% better of figuring out how to manage my time so I can get 5 workouts in, 3 runs in before even days in. So part of me, I'm optimistic about that.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling.
Like when we look at your points, we're like, man, he's already missed a ton. But like in reality, this is like your most consistent 3 weeks of school in a while.
I mean, yeah.
Because you never even ran. We never even ran. We added that in.
So I'm saying, look, we're an hour and 5 minutes in. I just want to say, I want to close this. I just want to close this, but if y'all want to do something, if y'all want to work at something, if y'all want to get better, it's not about setting some crazy goal. Sure, set big goals, but enjoy not the goal, because the goal is going to be, you're going to get to the goal and nothing's going to happen. You're going to be like, what's my next goal? But you got to enjoy the process of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So work hard, do something that's going to challenge you, but enjoy the process of doing it. And that's why we're here on 52 Steady, to do that for ourselves and inspire others, but also grow better as men, and most of all, get closer to God and walk in our walk with the Lord. So with that, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
I don't got nothing.
All right, y'all.
Y'all stay steady.
Stay steady.